Hello and welcome.
Yeah, welcome to another FuzzyFink live stream. Not like anyone's gonna watch it, but it's cool. Oh, I just got a notification on my phone that
Yep,
we're
me
we're
too.
live. Yay!
We're live.
Sweet. Um, yeah. We wanted to do this one mainly because uh, we wanted to talk about The Walking Dead because we're actually both in agreement that the last episode wasn't that great.
Was garbage.
I like Tara the character. I did.
I,
It's just weird that she's been gone for all of this, and yeah, it's just
I
odd.
mean, well, I mean, she had a reason. I mean, she was her in real life. She was pregnant, so she needed to be away from the show. So I can see why they cut away from her. She's not a comic book character, so I can see why they didn't have to focus on her. But at the same time, what are you doing?
Thought there was a bug. I
But at the
forgot
same
we
time,
were
I
live.
feel like this whole episode was just garbage. Like it was the throwaway.
Yeah, it was.
Like this was one they could have split with somebody else's story. They could have ran two stories side by side, split time, and told the same shit. And instead, we got a garbage episode.
It doesn't fit the that and the big thing for me. It doesn't fit with the tone of this season at all. The tone of this season is very drab and depressing, and
Just
everybody's crying. I mean,
getting effed in the A by Negan,
and
getting that sweet D slid down the back of your throat, and you're saying thank you.
it's just it was really a lot hearted with a lot of like weird comedy elements thrown into it that were just odd,
Yeah,
just out of place. And then you don't get any backstory to the bridge. Like I was the whole time, I was like, who lived on the bridge?
right,
I mean, I
right. Who was on the bridge?
I pieced it together that it was probably the group with the women and the men and all the walkers that were in the sand were the men that Negan's group killed.
That's
But
a good point.
I would have liked that to be fleshed out a little bit more instead of the 35 minutes they spent inside this seaside camp or whatever they're calling it,
Yeah, eating
um,
dried out fish
eating dried fish and
in
you
a
know
in a village full of dried out fish.
and then and then
I'm sorry. Oh
they
God.
tried to play it off at the end. They tried to throw a twist. They were like, "We're gonna work with your group," blah blah blah. I mean, we all knew that they were gonna try to kill her when they got her in the
Right.
woods.
Exactly. Yeah.
There was no need to play it off. It would have been more dramatic if they would have just drug her out into the woods by her hair. I mean,
Right.
it was just I don't know. It was just weird. It was just too
It was a
too
really
weird.
bad episode.
It was just too weird. I didn't like
And
it.
I've liked this season up until now. And this last episode was just garbage. 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 I have that in my notes. Walking
Garbage.
Dead equals garbage.
Well, we have two episodes left for the till the mid, or we have two episodes the two more episodes in the mid season finale, or one more episode in the mid season finale, right?
I think so. Either that or the next episode's mid-season finale, right?
I'm no, because Westworld's season finale is this Sunday, but The Walking Dead isn't. So and
So
then
we've got two episodes left.
Vikings came on tonight, and I didn't get a chance to watch
It
it.
did?
Yeah, it moved to Wednesdays at 9. I I know it's always been on Sundays at like 10. It's or some other day.
Yeah, I thought it was always on
Yeah,
Sundays.
at 10. It was always after The Walking Dead. I remember watching The Walking Dead and then watching Vikings shortly thereafter. Whatever. I mean, it'll be on demand. It's not like I'm gonna miss it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, man. I'm really let down. I like the see. Okay, so I might be a little off. The Kingdom episode was really lighthearted, but it fit.
It did fit
It did
because
fit.
you're tying in with the story. You wanted, of course, you wanted to know where Morgan and Carol Jesus Christ. And Carol, you wanted to know where they were in this and what was happening with them. And it fit because everybody knows that the kingdom, if you follow the comic books, you know the kingdom is a part of this all out war storyline that we're falling into right now. But this Tara and what's the black guy's name?
Is it Heath or
Heath. It is Heath. Yeah,
that's
you're
what
right. Heath. Tara and Heath plot is just way over there, away from everything. Apparently, he needed time away from the show because he's doing other things, and she needed time away from the show because she was pregnant. So they've, took them away from the show for a little bit. But this storyline with them could have just been, like I said, it could have been a split storyline with something else.
Yeah.
Something else, and it would have been more interesting than just this contrived bullcrap.
Like I said, I like Tara's character a lot. I feel like that the end of her might be this season. We might not see her anymore.
I would say they'll probably kill her off pretty quick.
I like her characters. I like her. She's the one that is, happy-go-lucky, and she's lost a lot. She lost her sister and her niece to the governor, and a lot of her friends on the travels to Alexandria, and then now she just found out she lost her girlfriend, and Glenn and Abraham are dead, and she still wouldn't sell out the seaside community.
She's a person of her word, which is a good thing, but eventually I think that she will sell them out.
Yeah, but in Rick's situation right now, we know that he is eventually going to get away from being the crazy person he is. That's where it goes in the comics.
You always have Rick going crazy and finding his way back to not crazy.
I don't think that Rick would kill the people in Seaside. I think he would try to barter with them or do something to get those weapons, especially. They don't have any. Yeah, but here I don't know, because Negan said if he found weapons in there that he would kill somebody.
Yep.
So I don't know. We'll see where it goes, I guess. I don't really care that much about it as that I used to, but
as this season goes on, I'm caring less and less, which is just sad because I've loved The Walking Dead up until now, and it's just not as good as it was.
Oh man, I went back and watched the first 2 seasons over the summer. Those are just masterpieces, like absolutely masterpieces. I love watching every episode of the first couple of seasons. They were really good. I guess I started losing interest around the prison. I think they carried the governor storyline out too long. I love
the governor's storyline.
No, I did. I loved it, but it didn't. It just, to me, especially with the comics, his storyline didn't. It didn't encompass that much of it. The governor. How many seasons did he have dedicated to the war with the governor? 2. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Maybe.
No, it had to be.
It
had to be 2 or 3. It had to be. Had to be a lot.
I don't remember. Yeah. It's all so convoluted anymore.
It is what it is. But let's move on. Let's move on to.
Yeah, let's do something else. Walking Dead's depressing.
Let's move to Star Wars Rogue One.
Yeah. My notes say instant boner. Well, instant, because I can't spell apparently. Yeah, I'm fairly excited.
So
is an understatement. I'm way excited about fucking Rogue One.
So do you know the backstory to the Death Star plans before Disney bought and said that anything that came out before Disney owned the rights to Star Wars, it was called Legends? Do you know that what used to be the canonical storyline to that? Have you ever played Star Wars Dark Forces?
No.
It's like a Doom-style first-person shooter, and you play as a character called Kyle Katarn, and the whole game is based around you getting the first mission is you stealing the Death Star plans, and that actually spawned into a whole series of games. And you had Dark Forces 2,
Hmm.
Then you become a Jedi. Actually, with Luke Skywalker, the main character Kyle Katarn becomes a Jedi. Then you have Jedi Academy and then all these other games, and that was the actual canon. That Kyle Katarn was the actual person who stole the Death Star plans. So Rogue One, we all know Rogue One's gonna go back and retell that story. Um, but the cool thing about it is the robot, the big robot that you see, the tall robot.
Yeah, he's an
He,
Imperial robot, right?
he's actually in a very similar version is in the game, and it's Kyle Katarn's robot that pilots his ship and is his partner in the game. So it's a pretty cool nod to the game, I guess, since they're going back and changing it all. It's also how big of a role do you think Darth Vader's going to play?
I hope a big role. I don't think he'll be as big as I want him to be, but I think, like they showed, what do they call it? Is it the Bacta tank?
Yeah, the thing that they submerge in and they're automatically healed. Yeah, it's back to.
Yeah, but I think in the last trailer that I saw, it shows him in a like a hangar on a planet turning around. Like,
Yeah,
and so I think he's gonna play a bigger role than I initially thought. I figured he would be like a small, like, oh, there's Darth Vader kind of role, but I think that he's gonna play a bigger role. I hope so. I mean, right now they need to do it while, you know, what's his name?
J.J. Abrams.
Earl Jones.
Oh, James. Why he's still alive?
Yeah, while he's still alive. They need to go ahead and capitalize on that while he's still alive so we can get the voice in.
I don't necessarily think we need to see a lightsaber battles, but Darth Vader does need to be in the movie, and I think he needs to be in it a fair amount.
Yep.
I
I mean,
was.
the Death Star is basically his baby, you know?
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. He needs to play a big role in it at least.
I was mistaken. The main villain besides Darth Vader isn't Grand Moff Tarkin. It's somebody I've never heard of, and I think he's like a.
Tarkin's in this one, though, right?
That's what I thought he was in it. I swore I read somewhere
Fairly
that
certain he is in it.
I don't know.
Let me scoot back up to my computer and get uncomfortably close to my webcam.
He needs to be in it.
I was fairly certain. Is that not who's in the?
I saw something today on somewhere that Josh Whedon, is he attached to this movie at all?
I don't know. Is he? If he is, that's amazing. But
Well, I mean,
he's some kind of writer or something.
it is a Disney property. I mean,
Love Joss Whedon.
I'm sorry. I know this is boring, but we are
This is on the fly.
on the.
On
It
the
is,
fly.
yeah.
There's no editing, on the fly kind of stuff.
We have notes, but we don't have like detailed notes. I don't have like all this. I could swear I saw. That's what I'm searching.
I'm sure you just heard my wife texting me.
I actually didn't. But is dinner ready? Because that's what mine just texted me. Dinner's ready.
I've already ate.
Where's the Parmesan? Like I know where the Parmesan is. With my mind powers.
Apparently, I was being too loud. I have to quieten down.
That's my force ability. I can detect Parmesan cheese.
Grand Moff Target in Rogue One. Okay, here's an article asking if Grand Moff Tarkin is in.
Where did that bug go?
So the guy in Moff Tarkin?
No, he's not. He's something else. He's somebody else.
I thought it was a young version of him.
I did too.
That's crazy.
Oh well, I'm excited. They did all the reshoots. That's what I read. I read that the reshoots they changed the ending to the movie with the reshoots. I know from watching the first teaser trailer to watching the recent trailers, they changed some of the characters' look. Like Forrest Whitaker's look changed dramatically from the first teaser trailer. He did look like dark and foreboding, and now he's got this crazy hair and he wears armor, and It just they changed it a lot. I think it was a little bit too dark for Star Wars. I was hoping for a dark Star Wars movie. Um, The Force Awakens did that really good balance between really dark when it was Kylo Ren and then really lighthearted when it was Rey and Finn. I always felt like that. And then what's with the hate on Kylo Ren? I talk to a lot of people that hate Kylo Ren. They say that he's a childish a childish child, and I'm like, well, he's supposed
He's
to be like that.
he's supposed to be not in control of his emotions.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean that only makes sense to me, that he would have outbursts and things like that. He's in a battle within himself between light and the dark, which I think that's what this series of movies is more about than the battle of light and dark itself. It's the battle within these characters of light and dark. Like there's gonna be some twist at the end of end of this series. There's gonna be some kind of twist. I guarantee it. There'll be some kind of twist. There's gonna be somebody from the light side that turns bad instead of somebody from bad ultimately coming good.
Well, if you pay attention to Rey, she has a really hard time controlling her anger and hatred, especially in the battle with Kylo. She has a hard time controlling it.
It's Palpatine's granddaughter.
Hey, those fan theories we watched on YouTube, that's some serious stuff. She,
I'm still waiting for Mace Windu to be revealed as fucking Snoke.
I honestly don't think he's gonna be Snoke. I think everybody is pretty confident that it's
Plagueis.
Darth
Plagueis.
Plagueis.
Yeah.
But I think Finn is descendant of Mace Windu. I think he
I hope
is.
so. I hope so. And I hope we see somehow, like a flashback or something, we get to see Mace Windu, Samuel L. Jackson come back to the series.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
wants to
exactly.
come back, so
He does. He honestly loves Star Wars, so I'd love to see him come back. I will. Well, maybe we'll get to go see it. Maybe not together. I'm gonna try to go see it the best that I can. Um,
yeah. Funds are tight around Christmas.
yeah. I mean, I spend a lot of money on the kids and the wife, so it's all right. We'll get to see it, and then what do you have next on my notes? I have NES Classic Edition. What do you have
Yeah,
on yours?
let's go ahead and talk about that.
So, and here's the thing. I follow a lot of retro gamers on YouTube, and like I'm subscribed to like hundreds of retro gamers on my personal YouTube account, and everybody's talked about it, but a lot of them have been able to find one. I have yet to walk into any big box store and find a NES Classic Edition.
I don't
Um,
think there's any around here, are there?
Not in Tennessee. I I haven't been able to find not one, and it's really upsetting because I don't want one to resell it. I don't even really want one to play it myself. My little girl's really into Mario right now for some reason. Actually was just in here playing Mario 3 on the original NES, but it would just be easier for her to hook it up in the living room
Hmm.
and play on the big TV as much as I want her to enjoy this CRT TV and all these beautiful classic games. It's not feasible because we had a problem earlier where I have two copies of Super Mario, and the first one quit working while she was in the middle of playing. Like it literally, the cart died. I'm gonna have to pull it apart. I think it just died. I had another copy and she played it, but it's just easier. Um, it's just more accessible. It's really cool. It's like this. It's like this big. It's like super small. It's really upsetting that the scalpers are going and buying it and selling it for $300 on Craigslist or eBay. That's very upsetting because
Is there
I
nothing on Amazon right now?
no. It's just the thing is like on Amazon you're fighting bots apparently from one of my YouTube idols, Pat Contry or Pat the NES Punk. People are using bots to buy. Um,
Jesus Christ, $219. That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
people are using bots to buy it though. As soon as Amazon or Walmart list one at normal price, their bots go in and buy the stock.
Here's one at $69.
What? Where? On Craigslist?
Oh, it's a retro bit. It's not even
No,
the
it's
same one.
no, it's the
Yeah.
Retrobit Generations, which I've heard mixed
But
reviews about.
Yep, that's not even the same one.
I mean, the thing is, like, it's a tiny NES. It hooks up via HDMI, and it comes with exact reproduction or replica, any original Square NES controllers that plug in with
Mm.
the Wii dongle. But it's an exact replica of the controller, the same size, using the same parts and everything. That is awesome. And I use my Wiimote with the Cronus Max to play games on my computer. I have a Wii controller Pro on there, but it'd be awesome if I had you can plug the NES controller into the bottom of the Wiimote. It has the same dongle. That would, or the connector. That would be amazing. To have that, you can't even find those. Those things sell for $80. It's just a $9 controller. That's how much
It's
they sell for.
retarded.
$9. It's upsetting. I can't walk into a store and just buy one. And on the other hand, shame on Nintendo for doing this again. Um, it's just the story of Nintendo. It's like, here's Sony and Microsoft can release an awesome console and sell millions of units in weeks because they supply enough.
But the supply, yeah, they have more supply than what the demand is for it, and then Nintendo will release a limited amount of things that then get fucking scooped up and then gouged to where
Yeah,
you're fucking dicked over. You know, like I said, like $219 on Amazon. That's fucking retarded.
it's ridiculous. And the thing is, like, I'm a diehard Nintendo fan. I mean, you know that I have Nintendo tattoos all over my body, and I collect Nintendo. Um, and there's a lot of people like me. I'm not the only one. And a lot of us can't even get one. Can't even go buy one. And I mean, some people are paying the big bucks for it. I'm just not gonna do that. You know, I'm gonna wait it out and get one next year. But it's just upsetting to have to wait 6 months after something releases to get it. You know, the only reason I got a Wii when it came out is because I worked at Toys R Us and got one. So, they allowed me to hold one back. They allowed any workers to hold one back and get one. But I'm hearing with the NES Classic Edition that places won't even let you hold any back. I know that one of our coworkers, his wife works at Target across the street from our place of work, and they wouldn't let him hold one back. They
That's
wouldn't let her hold
stupid.
one back. It is stupid. It's stupid. And in this time of year, especially working in retail a lot, places like Toys R Us and used to be Circuit City, they hold stock back
Yep.
to sell on Black Friday.
Yep.
They'll get shipment in.
Purposely,
Yeah,
purposely
purposely.
to sell at that point because they know they're going to sell it all that day.
All right. Well, let's move on. I'm just
Yep.
upset. It pisses me off. I love
It is stupid.
Nintendo, but it just come on, man. It's Nintendo. They've been third in the hardware race for a long time, but the reason I buy Nintendo isn't because of
That's because we love
yeah.
Nintendo. I mean, I have emulators, computer, I have a PSP that I run fucking Nintendo emulators on. Everybody, that's what we grew up on. That's what I love. I love playing Super Mario, the old Ninja Turtle games, Sonic on my Sega emulators, stuff like that. You know, that's stuff we grew up on. So of course we want it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to pay $219 for something that's $60.
No, exactly.
And
So,
that's retarded.
all right, your topic: superhero
Yep.
team up.
Superhero team up. This week is the superhero team up on Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. So it's a 4 night team up, which has been amazing so far. Tonight is Wednesday, so tonight was Arrow's episode, which was pretty good. Um, but it's been great. It's so awesome to see these 4 shows come together and be able to interact and everything. It's awesome. Um, I don't want to give any spoilers out because it's been great, but just to see, like I was saying, like it's heroes versus aliens is what this whole team up is about. So it's them versus the Dominators. But it's awesome, like the just seeing all the characters interact, seeing the sequences that we're in tonight, which was the point where there were 4 of them that were abducted by the Dominators and put in this dream state. No, maybe it's 5 of them. I think it's 5 of them. 5 of them were in a dream state where they pretty much had like what they wanted in their life. Like Oliver was with Laurel. He was about to get married to Laurel, which is Black Canary, which that's comic book relevant. That's the couple that was in comic books. You know, you got to see Ray Palmer and Felicity together, which was what everybody really wanted on the show, besides the crazy Instagram people. Um, but it's been really good, and I'm trying to take in as much as I can, and I hopefully we'll put out a video maybe later on this weekend once everything's over and I have a full view of everything to tell how it's gone. But it's been so good, so freaking good, so good. That's my short notes on that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm watching this because
Watching our own fucking stream.
only because I saw a volume slider on the bottom here, and I was like, oh my god, I hope that's not Ray's microphone.
Am I super loud?
God, if that's true, I'm gonna have to delete this. We're gonna have to redo a live stream.
Is it bad? I love that we're stopping in the middle of a live stream to watch our live
I don't
stream.
care.
Nobody else is watching it anyway.
No, it doesn't. I turned it down. I turned you down a little bit, but
Oh, that's the old
no,
live stream.
it didn't sound like it didn't sound like it affected it too much. Okay. Well, I'll go back and watch it, and then if I'd have to edit it in post, I'll edit it in post. I can save. I saved the video to the hard drive, so.
Awesome.
There's this crazy bug. I swear to God, it seems like crawling all over everything. It's creeping me out. Sorry. I've been like, oh, I hope it doesn't get close to me.
Oh, this goddamn bug.
No, it's those red and black bugs that are all over everything.
Everything, dude. They're all over my mom's house.
I don't even know how it got in here. I don't know much. I don't watch those shows, but it sounds kind of cool that you can. They're
I mean, it's a 4-night crossover between all shows. It's pretty badass. It's pretty awesome.
That's something that Marvel doesn't. They don't do. Obviously, they do it with the movies, but they kind of did it with Jessica Jones and
Luke Cage. And eventually they'll have a Defender series, but man, the DC universe as a week by week series is okay. I love the Marvel Netflix series. They're awesome. They're great. They're good because I can take them in as I want to take them in. You know, watch them. They're grittier because they're not on TV. But at the same time, the DC TV universe is pretty awesome too. You know, it's something that I want to watch every week. I literally was so excited last night when I had to do inventory at work, and started an hour before so I could leave an hour early and actually watch The Flash last night. I was super excited because I thought I was going to miss it. So, I mean, it's something that, yes, I look forward to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday every week because I love these shows. They're really good, and they're really good at keeping me interested.
It seems to me it's taking a really long time for Netflix to make new seasons. Like the new Daredevil season, I've been waiting on that. It feels like for a year, if not. Like we talked about this at like the beginning of the year. We finished the third season or the second season of Daredevil.
Second.
Yep. Yeah, and there hasn't been one, and we're getting ready to be close to a year.
Well, yeah, before we see another season of Daredevil, you're going to see a season of. So Luke Cage just finished up, which Luke Cage was awesome. But we'll probably see an Iron Fist series, and then we're going to see a Defender series before we see another series of Daredevil.
Why? I just want to watch Daredevil. I don't care. I mean, I do, but I just want to watch Daredevil do Daredevil things.
Right. I mean, by far, Daredevil is my favorite out of the series so far. But I definitely want to see the team up. I want to see the Defenders, which I think will be awesome.
Have you seen previews for Legion?
I have here and there. which I'm kind of interested to see because I know it's based off the comics, and in the comics, that's like Charles Xavier's son.
He used to be one of my favorite villains when I was a kid. I actually drew him. Actually, if I could find it, I will show it. I drew a cover with Legion holding Professor X by like his neck, like up in the air. It was like one of my favorite covers ever. I used to love Legion. I thought he was a badass character.
Legion was a badass because he had so much inside of him.
Man, when are we gonna see Onslaught?
Oh, I hope so, dude. Onslaught will be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I mean, they almost set that up at what was it, the third X-Men, X3? They almost set up because they had Jean Grey destroy Charles Xavier, dead. So, and Onslaught is the embodiment of Magneto and Xavier. It's Magneto's body with Xavier, his powers and essence inside of him.
Oh, what about
Onslaught would be awesome.
What about Old Man Logan? That looked awesome.
It does look good. Setting up for X-23, I believe. I think that's who the little girl is.
Yeah, so somebody at work was like, "Yeah, but Logan didn't have long gray hair," and I'm like, "Not everything translates to the screen."
Yeah.
That's something that I've been fighting for a long time. It's like everybody complains about this didn't look like that, and I'm like, you don't. As much as I want to see Wolverine on screen in his blue and yellow costume,
I want to see fucking brown and yellow.
It's not.
You know?
It's not. It wouldn't translate to the screen well. I think a costume it would in a little bit. I think it would in short bursts, but it's not. It just things don't translate like that. It just doesn't work. It doesn't.
And you just have to think, even in the comics, there's been so many storylines that people forget and look over that are completely different than what everybody thinks is the canon, what everybody sees as the X-Men. There's been storylines that are way outside of that are completely different, but we don't give that same leniency to the movies. We don't let those people tell their own stories. They have to, oh God, if they don't fucking follow the comic books that we all love, then we're gonna chastise them and crucify them. No, let them tell their own story. I'm fine with that. Tell your own story. Run with it. Apocalypse was a great movie. Was it down to the T exactly what the comics books had laid out? No, not at all. Archangel wasn't. His story wasn't laid out the same as the comic books were. Was it still good? Yeah. Yes. It was great.
We talked about it, how if they had followed with the comic books where the only mutant power Apocalypse even had was immortality and blue skin, and the only reason he had the powers to grow large and all that was that alien suit that he wore that he found wouldn't have made any sense to people that don't read the comic, and especially who haven't read the old comics with Apocalypse. Nobody would know, and it would just confuse everybody.
It wouldn't make sense, yeah.
Right, and it wouldn't make sense. So, I think they did a good job. I actually really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was awesome.
I thought it was great.
I didn't know that the actor who played Apocalypse was Poe Dameron. I thought
that
was cool. When I found out, I was like, no way. Even better. Archangel was a letdown in the movie. Archangel was one of my favorite characters, X-Men characters growing up. And it was a letdown.
We should have saw Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
I mean that he was, of course, he was led by Apocalypse in doing what he did, but still Mr. Sinister is the one that put metal wings on Archangel and did everything to Archangel that led to that. And of course, Angel was still a part of the X-Men prior to becoming Archangel.
Yeah.
The blue and purple version. And that's fine with me. Tell your own story. That's great. I love the new twists and everything. I don't know why everybody's so hard set on if it's not what I read when I was a kid, then it's not right. No, tell your own story. That's great. I love it. I want a new story. Don't tell me the same stuff that I've already read and that I already know. Tell me a new story. I love it. Archangel was a letdown. His story wasn't fleshed out enough, I don't believe.
Him and Psylocke, she didn't get a lot of
Psylocke
screen
was
time.
just thrown in to be in there. That's the way I felt about her character. Was that was just thrown in there so Olivia Munn would have a character to play.
It's sad because Olivia Munn does resemble Psylocke a whole lot. She's one of the best options to play Psylocke, and they just they downplayed it. And of course, you had Storm, who was amazing. It was 80s Mohawk Storm, which is badass, and that's how she should have been to begin with. And it was a good movie, though. I enjoyed it. I like the chick that plays Jean Grey. She also plays Sansa Stark in Game of Thrones. She did a great job as Jean Grey. The dude who plays Cyclops, awesome. Kind of sucks that they killed off Havoc, though.
Right.
That was sad.
Yeah, I liked Havoc.
Why did you need to do that? No need in doing that. And of course, Quicksilver.
That's the guy that the movie. I mean, they should just base a movie around Quicksilver, that character, because he's awesome. He's awesome in these movies, and if they don't do something with him and Scarlet Witch in this universe, I'm going to be pretty mad, because they have the opportunity to really tell the story that should be told that can't be told in the Avengers movies due to licensing crap.
Enhanced. You can't say
they're just enhanced. They're not mutants. Yeah, no. Let's. I want the story of Pietro and Wanda Maximoff, and I want them to be Magneto's kids. I don't know. Quicksilver is an awesome character in that movie.
Absolutely. We always veer off track.
Right. So that was not on the notes.
the last thing, because I can't find the NES Classic Edition, it made me look for other ways to get the same experience on my 4K TV. So I'm actually looking at getting a Raspberry Pi 3, which you're actually interested in getting, only because you can put the Retro Pi operating system on it and play your games that way, which we all know is not legal. ROMs aren't legal, so I own.
They're already on my computer though, so.
I'll only put the ROMs of the games that I have. But it doesn't matter. It's the fact that I can build that for. I can get a Raspberry Pi with a case and a fan, if I'm going to do any Nintendo 64 emulating to keep it cool. Everything I need, and an awesome 8-bit DOE Nintendo controller, Bluetooth Nintendo controller. It looks like a Nintendo. I can get all that for like $100. And I can use that controller on my computer or anything that takes Bluetooth, like my phone. So, I mean, why wouldn't I do that? Especially since you can't get one. But
yeah, since we're not going to pay $219 for an NES Classic.
I mean, it's not just that. It's that I've been looking up a lot on it, and you can get touchscreen shell kits for it to make it a tablet, a Raspberry Pi tablet, and it runs Linux. It doesn't run anything other than
Love Linux. Love Linux.
So I think it runs a version of Ubuntu.
I have Ubuntu on my. No, I don't. I have Mint on my netbook now.
I think because the OS, because you can get it to just do computer stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Ubuntu's amazing as far as usability, and it's great. Ubuntu is as easy as Windows is to use. Ubuntu is just as easy.
Depending on how this experiment goes with just the retro gaming, these things can be used for so much. You can do home automation with them instead of buying, Philips, home automation kit, which is hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You can buy a $34 home automation and even have a touchscreen. I've heard stories of people buying these and putting a simple LCD on them and just having their Twitter stream feed through it on their wall. I'm not that obsessed with social media, but just all the applications that you can do with a Raspberry Pi is just amazing, and it's it's got a 4-core processor. I think it runs at like 1.2 or 1.4 gigahertz and 1 gigabyte of RAM. It's just
It's a year around. Yeah, I've actually got the specs pulled up on it right. Maybe I don't. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so yeah, uh, gigabyte of RAM. It's got 4 USB ports, full HDMI port, Ethernet port. It's better than an iPhone 7 because it has an audio jack, 3.5 millimeter.
it's a video. It's an audio and a video jack.
Yeah, and composite video. Yeah, you're right. Um, yeah, I mean SD slots. Of course, that's where you're gonna put your OS in at. Video core, 3D graphics core. I mean, this it's Bluetooth 4.1. I mean, this is no joke. You're right. It's an ARM V8 CPU on it. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, and the more I read about the Raspberry Pis, which I've looked into them before, and I was looking into them when they were it was just a Raspberry Pi 2,
Yep.
and thinking about getting one. But yeah, like you're saying, if I can run an emulator that's going to run good on my, I don't have a 4K TV, I have a 1080p TV, so if I can run my emulators on that and it not look like garbage, yes, I'll take it. And I'm not going to pay $219 for a fucking NES Classic. I'll take it.
That's the problem with retro gaming. It's that I prefer to play on the original system. I have them all except for the Sega Saturn and a Neo Geo. But the thing is, and I have a dedicated CRT in my office, this room, that I play games on, the retro games on. But to get the best picture quality out of retro games, you have to spend money to mod them to do RGB, which was it's just a pure form of color. And in America, we didn't get RGB. It only came. That's a SCART, and that's only in Europe. A SCART, and it's like this ridiculously long thing, and it's a ton of money to get SCART for everything. And I just don't want to do that. I want to get the way the game was developed. Like I don't, I'm sure you remember playing a game with the RF connection, the antenna connection, and they look like garbage like that. They really do. And I'm like, man, how did I ever think that was cool when I was a kid?
Right.
But we didn't know anything else, and little did I know that in Europe that you got, if you had a SCART TV, which almost every TV had SCART on it, you played the game in RGB, and it's a big deal because the colors are brighter and the game just looks better. And that's a big deal to someone like me who
fucking America.
Yeah, we don't ever get anything good. I mean, the closest we got was in the late '90s, which the YP, YB, YR. That's the close we ever got to it. And you can get conversions for those, but the cable's $60. It's not, it's not worth it when I can just spend $100 and have a mini computer that can play any game I want it to play, whenever I want it. You can also get things called EverDrives, and it looks like a Nintendo cartridge, but it takes an SD card and it actually loads a ROM straight into the original system. But those things are anywhere from $80 to $299 per system, depending on what it does. So right now the cheapest thing for me to play all the retro games that I want to play is a Raspberry Pi. Why not?
Yeah.
And if I like
more
it,
than likely,
yeah, I can just do anything with it.
Yeah, and more than likely, you can interface that with your computer.
Yeah.
Stream it. Play your. We can do live streams of us doing retro gaming, and it not be a pain in the ass.
That's what I'm saying. Because it's a pain in the ass right now, especially if you want to do retro gaming with. Look at this motherfucker. Where did it go? You son of a. Get out of here.
Kill it.
No, I don't want to kill it.
Just kill it.
Go somewhere else.
Just kill it.
Yeah, it's a pain to do live streams with this. If you have to buy a special capture card, most capture cards now don't come with yellow component inputs. They come with HDMI inputs. So, and that's another $100, and then it has to go into my computer and all that. When I could just easily plug the thing up, or I can emulate it on my computer, obviously, but that's a taboo subject. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not selling the game or anything. I just want to enjoy the game, and some games are thousands of dollars that I want to play. I'm not gonna go buy that. I just want to play the game. I don't care.
Um,
I'm not a completionist. I don't want a full NES library. It's like 900 games. I don't want that. I just want the games that I love, and I'll buy the ones that I like a lot. But the other games that I just have always wanted to play, I'm not going to go spend $1,000 on a Nintendo cartridge. Get out of here. That's too much money. I could spend it on. I could buy a car for $1,000.
right.
It might not be the best car in the world, but it's a car.
Right.
It's just ridiculous. Retro gaming is so expensive. I miss the days when I could go to the flea market and find a retro game for like $5, like a Nintendo game.
We should go flea marketing.
Yeah, I go all the time.
We need to go Green Acres.
I go. Nah.
Yeah, that's where you find all the good stuff. It's where the rednecks are, dude.
I found some games from this Irish guy. A bunch of Super Nintendo games I found from him. They were like $5 a piece, but they were all sun damaged. Like, hold on, I'll show you. They're just right here. When I'm talking about sun damaged, I mean these games are ridiculously sun damaged. But I found a game that I've been wanting for a long time. This Flashback Quest for Identity, but like that's the front, and then like.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's like sun bleached. It's just.
Jesus, what did they do? Just leave those out on the back porch?
Oh yeah, look at this. You'll like this.
Star Wars.
It's like the hardest game ever made.
I don't know. Lion King was pretty hard.
I don't have the Genesis version, but I do have, and I got it through my retro gaming box subscription. Oh yeah, I haven't even opened my new one.
Uh-oh.
I do have a sealed copy of the Game Gear Lion King. It's never
nice.
never been opened. What year? What's the date on this? 1994. It's been sealed
94.
since 1994.
Nice.
I'll never open it because I could care less. Hey, you want to watch me do a quick unboxing?
Yeah, do it, man.
I haven't even opened it. I cut the tape on it, but I haven't opened it. So this is that's what I get.
I'm still dying about this. That's badass.
Yeah. So I get this. This is a retro game treasure box. It looks like a little Legend of Zelda treasure kit chest. It's like 8-bit, but you get games in it every month. So let's see what I got. Oh, I kind of peeked in. Oh, that's cool. I got a Super Famicom game. It's a Japanese Super Nintendo game.
Nice.
I don't know what it says.
It says.
I got TNC Surf Designs. That's incredibly 80s.
Incredibly 80s.
I got. Hey, that's cool. Crash Test Dummies for the Game Gear. Do you remember the Crash Test Dummies?
I fucking love Crash Test Dummies. I had little action figures of Crash Test Dummies.
And then I got a game I put on my wish list. You can put a wish list, and if they have it, they'll get if it's not too expensive. Wave Race 64.
Ooh, I love Wave Race. Oh, I'm coming to your house and playing Wave Race.
Yeah, that was a good box. Sweet.
I'm coming to your house and playing Wave Race.
Yeah, I forgot all about this until I was gonna tape an unboxing of it when I got it last week, but I just kind of sat it off to the side. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I didn't open mine. Mine's still put up. It's pretty cool.
There he is. Doctor Strange. Yeah, there's all my Loot Crate stuff. I don't have the patience to wait. I have to open it quickly. The journal's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Where's mine at? Oh, mine's way over here.
I'm fairly excited about the journal. I don't know what I'm going to use it for yet. I guess I can start writing a journal, or maybe a fictional journal.
Oh yeah. Here's what a Famicom game. I got this in last month's. This is a Famicom, a Japanese Nintendo game. I got this. Isn't it look weird?
It does look weird.
Yeah, it's really
cool. Does it
cool.
go in a Nintendo?
No, you have to have a Famicom different connector.
Oh.
Now the Super Famicom game that I got, I do believe it'll work in my Super Nintendo because I cut the tabs out of it. to make it region locked. They just had tabs. I also cut them out of my Nintendo 64. Oh, because I got a Nintendo 64, a Japanese 64 game they sent me not too long ago, as a matter of fact. No, not the crappy Madden. Oh, well, I don't want to dig through all these right now. Did you see that old, like, this really old, like, a tabletop RPG game I found at,
No.
I found at, Goodwill? It's something called Car Wars.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't that look awesome?
Uh-oh.
This thing is ridiculous.
Some tabletops.
Dude, I was looking at it and I was like, oh my god. Like, the instructions, there's just so much stuff in this box. I'm like, I don't understand how this works. There's like a map. It's like,
It's just, it's the same as D&D. It's the, 5th generation. You have to build your car instead of your character.
the only tabletop RPG game I ever played was Vampire the Masquerade. And I wasn't that good at it. That's crazy. We need to go to Goodwill, and I go thrift when we go thrift shopping. I find so much stuff thrift shopping, like you don't even understand. I don't even know what I found. I found a Super Nintendo controller for $2, just in the toy section. Just it wasn't even with the electronics.
Just in there, thrown in there.
Yeah, I have it. I actually have it over here. It needs to be cleaned. I have it in my clean controllers section that I need to clean. Yep. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It was $3.99. I paid
Right.
$3.99 for
Nice.
it. It was just sitting in the toys.
Sweet. Good find.
Yeah. Oh, I found this too. I didn't tell you about this either. I found this. It's an audio book. I've never heard of it. I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but it's called Star Wars Crimson Empire, and it's an audio book.
So that's the Imperial Knights, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
And it
looks awesome.
It was made by Dark Horse Comics.
Oh, I bet it's good then. I bet it's good.
$19.99. It's 2 hours on 2 compact discs, and apparently it retailed for $25.95. It was 99 cents. I saw it and I was like, "What is that?" I thought it was a game at first. It was. Oh yeah, and then, man, you just don't even know how much stuff that I get. I got this. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh my God.
And then, did you were a big PC gamer at all? No. Like I found this Mech Commander.
Oh, I love Mech Commander. Could you fucking kid me?
No, man, I found all this stuff there. I found crazy just all this game called Witch Haven. It looks like a Doom first person shooter. It's just I found Sid Meier's Colonization. I've never even heard of that.
Sid Meier's Colonization. Oh my God. Funhouse did a whole segment on them playing Sid Meier's Colonization.
Really?
That's funny.
And I don't know why, but I love Jeopardy games, and I have this PC. But then I also have an NES version of Jeopardy somewhere, and then I have an SNES version, and then I also have a PlayStation 1 version of Jeopardy.
Suck it, Trebek. For everybody, nobody knows this because I've never said it on this channel, but the whole reason I got interviewed at my current job for the first time going around being there was because my email address was Mr. Turd Ferguson the First.
Yeah.
Which was an SNL skit about Jeopardy.
Yeah, and I saw it and I was like, oh my God, I need to interview this guy.
We have to interview this guy. X-Men. Oh, that's awesome.
This game's hard. It's too hard. I can't even get past
is that
the second level.
Is that the side scroller or the top down?
It's a side scroller.
Okay, yeah.
It's the better one was X-Men 2 Clone Wars. That was the better one, and then I have, where's it at? Oh, I don't want to dig through this. Oh, nope. It's right here. My personal favorite X-Men game ever made. The X-Men Mutant Apocalypse for the Super Nintendo.
That one was good. Yes.
This is a hands down amazing game. I don't know. I got so much stuff, Ray. One day you need to come over and play.
I need to come over there.
I got a lot of stuff over here. I don't even know. I have 2 copies of Zelda for some reason. I don't even know how that even happens.
Because why not?
One of them is mine from a kid, and it's broken on the corner because I got mad and stomped the game into the ground. Um,
Good old anger issues.
it still works, so that's all that matters. Yeah, one of the Zeldas is that, and then the Link one is mine. The second Zelda, that one. I just have so much stuff. Maybe I should just do like a show and tell. I don't have half the stuff of the people I watch on YouTube, but I'm pretty proud of everything that I have. I worked hard.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, and then my Darth Vader that my brother-in-law at Cook's Customs made. It's awesome. It's made out of wood, and he painted it like that, and it is just super rad.
That is pretty rad.
I love it. It's
pretty awesome.
It's just been sitting in the floor for months and months until I finally came in here and cleaned everything out.
I don't think I have anything spectacular in here anymore. I don't have anything that I'm super proud of. I have, of course, my bookshelf of all kinds of randomness.
Random books.
It's just comics, stack of comics, Funkos, all kinds of crap. But I don't have a whole lot of stuff up here. Like I've got there's my crotch.
Yeah!
There we go.
That was the best part.
I mean, I've got, like, my games are over here, but that's all, like, Xbox 360, PS3 stuff. I don't have anything that's old. I have a Nintendo 64 that you gave me.
But that's the reason why, when we first decided to do this channel, the reason why we wanted to do it is because I'm over here, and I love retro games. So that's, and old, like, stuff like Transformers and G.I. Joes and stuff like that. I love it. And then you're over here, and you love comic books, right?
Yep.
So
comics and comic things.
So when we come together and we meet in the middle, like Mr. Miyagi wounding, helping heal Daniel-san's wounds. We like the same things, but we have varying degrees of collections and what we like more. You like the comics more and the shows, and I like the games and the figures and stuff from my past. So that's the whole reason. And then of course we have the things that we like together. And the thing is, like, we do like comics. You're just more into it than I am at this point.
Right.
I do have some cool comics. A lot of Transformers comics I forgot that I bought a long time ago that I found the other day.
I've been pretty excited with the last 2 loot crates that they're actually sending comics. Was it the last 2?
Yeah,
last couple.
I haven't opened the comic. I'm not gonna.
I haven't opened mine. I haven't opened either one of the comics, but this last one I'm pretty excited about because it's Big Trouble in Little China and Escape from New York.
I haven't read it. I'm kind of scared to open it. Like, what if it might be worth money one day?
I would rather just leave it in here.
I probably could just find that and do a PDF on my tablet.
That's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it in here. I mean, it's just awesome. It's too cool. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I haven't opened any of my loot crate stuff. It's all in the boxes still, just sitting up on my top of my bookshelf.
I've got all mine's all on the bookshelf there. I have to put my hands on it and touch it and play with it. Stuff, except for the comics, they stay in the bagged, boarded.
I'm kind of bummed
sealed.
that you can't see like the pride and joy of any of this because it's all blocked off. But the TurboGrafx 16 games that I've got, I'm really upset that you can't see them. I love TurboGrafx 16 stuff, and I've wanted one for years and years, and someone just so happened to find one at a yard sale and offer it to me after they bought it, and I scooped it up because nobody around here knows what a TurboGrafx 16 was because I don't think that they released them over here in mass quantities. I found out they only released that system in the big cities like New York and New Jersey and stuff like that. And we live in Tennessee, Knoxville,
yeah.
Tennessee.
Friggin' podunk.
Everybody thinks we're all redneck, inbred people who voted for Donald Trump, but I'm here to tell you that that's not true.
Yeah, because I did not vote.
Yeah, I did not vote, especially not for Donald Trump. So
yeah, Yeah. So take that, Yankees.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get off here. It's getting late. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go drink some wine with my wife.
I'm gonna go eat supper that's been ready for 3 hours. It's probably cold. I will see you at work.
Friday.
Not tomorrow, but Friday, and then.
Are you off tomorrow?
No, I work tomorrow.
Oh, man, you suck.
Yeah, well, I'm the one making the schedules, and I can't ever make it a schedule where we're off on the same day.
Yeah, because then it'll be too obvious that we like each other.
No, it's not that. It's just that with all the requests off that I just can't do it.
Yeah, right. Right on. Well,
all right. Everybody have a good night. I'm going to figure out how to do this. All right.